United States of America.
The Constitution and the laws
of the United States of America.
The coveted land that people from all over the world dream of coming to.
With liberty and justice for all.
To live forever. And for those who choose the path to naturalization, that path can be a long road. Brian Raul Boyce moved to the United States in 2008 on a tourist visa from Veracruz, Mexico, to be with his daughter, who's a U.S. citizen and lives in Santa Fe.
Where I come from Veracruz, very violent. So I want some peace, and this country offers you that.
A year and a half after arriving, he got his green card, becoming a resident. Then a 5-year waiting period before he was eligible to apply for U.S. citizenship. Once his daughter turned 21, he was legally able to do that, a shared wish for both.
For she, it was something important, and for me too. But when I come resident, I feel it was enough, you know. But in one moment I say, no, if I'm going to stay in this country, I'm going to become a U.S. citizen.
Brian's legal counsel, Albuquerque immigration attorney Rebecca Kitson, says it's not so much the time commitment and money that discourage many from going through the process to become a U.S. citizen.
I actually think that the law is the main reason why people don't regularize their status in the first place.
And the law is complicated, and there are no guarantees that someone who has all the criteria will be able to complete the naturalization process.
There are a lot of assumptions that if you are a good person, that if you try hard, that if you do things the right way, that if you don't get in trouble, that you'll be able to have a pathway to be able to make things right in the U.S. And that's simply not true.
To qualify, there's key criteria that must be met, and even then there's no guarantee. A person must be 18 years old, be a permanent resident, which means having a green card for at least 5 years, show that you've lived for at least 3 months in the state or district where you apply, be able to read, write, and speak basic English, and answer some questions about U.S. history and government. Those questions appear on a civics test, with questions ranging from what is an amendment to how many U.S. senators are there.
It's 100 questions, and you need to write and you need to read something. It was excellent. I don't have no problems for that.
It took 11 years from start to finish for Brian to become a U.S. citizen. And Brian took the oath of allegiance to the United States back in February here in Albuquerque in a ceremony similar to this one.
Carlos Norberto.
The pride and joy from that day still visible in his smile.
It was nice. It was excellent too. The place and the ceremony and everything.
That moment still vivid in his mind and his heart.
When you finish, you feel like, in my case, very secure to become U.S. citizen. Like you feel, in my case, safe.
And Brian, just like the people who filled this room at the South Broadway Cultural Center, walked in with a dream and walked out with a dream come true, grateful for the benefits and freedom that come with being a U.S. citizen.